Vertigo. Vertigo. Viewie, play Vertigo. If I hear one more time to play Vertigo, I'm going to Vertigo myself off a f***ing build. Probably one of the most requested games I've been told to review. Vertigo was made by one f***ing dude, and apparently is so good it's been compared to both Half-Life Alyx and Bone Lab. Those are some pretty big titles to be compared to, especially when a title like Bone Lab left many people like myself just overall disappointed when it released. So, Vertigo, where did my brain go? I don't know who the f my Dr. Seuss. Vertigo 1 was generally swept under the rug at the time of release, but now that we have Vertigo 2, people are saying it's one of the best game ever. Guys, you're skipping like half this f***ing story. What is this, Half-Life 2? I'm not b-hopping my way through the first game. So for those like me who have never heard about this series until the second released, what is Vertigo? How is Vertigo? Why is Vertigo? According to Google, it's a loss of balance, but I don't know. This freaky f is looking at me funny, so let's see how this turns out.
Right. Yes, science!
Are you tired of this gross-ass, dog-ass, oil-soaked, sweat-covered default facial interface for the Quest 2? Do you wish you could have this heavenly smooth, easily cleanable, touches your skin like a million doves just graced by it facial interface? The people over at VR Cover were grateful enough to send me their fitness facial interface, which not only helps with sweating while in VR, but also is easily cleanable so you don't have this fucking wet sponge sitting on your face at all times. Check out VR Cover and their products and make sure to use my link below. Also, go check out the Discord and Patreon. I didn't want to make this part too long, so you're getting a basic advertisement for those two. Look at me, guys. Oh, I have a code now. I'm a real YouTuber. Yeah. So like many others before this video, I had never heard about this game. Not until the sequel came out and everyone was saying, wow, this is so cool and awesome. Please give me more, Zachary Toilet Paper Brown. Please don't hurt me for calling you that, Zach. I'm just being a silly little guy. When people say that this series is the next big VR game like Alyx or Boneworks/Bone Lab, given the gameplay here, it could totally be that for a lot of people. It's a well-polished, story-driven game where the story isn't a pair of ass cheeks that has characters that actually stick around for more than 2 missions. I'm not still upset about Bone Lab. I'm not still upset about Bone Lab. I'm not still upset about... Generally, I like to think that VR has 2 generalized types of players. The story-driven, I promise Skyrim VR is good. Just add enough mods to blow up your computer and it's good, I promise. Or the, I just want to play something other than TTT, please, man. And Vertigo fits into the first row. How do you expect me to get through this hallway, brother? This shit is insane. Alexa, play Don't Stop Me Now. I'm about to go sicko mode. If you're expecting realistic guns or an extensive multiplayer, this game is not for you. If you want unique weaponry, a good story mode, and a VR game that is built from the ground up to be in VR, then you should absolutely play Vertigo and Vertigo 2. Especially if you were a little let down with Bone Lab like I was, this will definitely fill the void in you. Hey, yo, we feeling voids in here? What the? Without spoiling anything, Vertigo has you teleported to an alien facility with enemies that are constantly trying to stop you from getting home. Now, the catch is that you're technically the alien in this game because you're on their world. So it's not really a copy of Half-Life. Oh, sorry, Gordon, didn't see you there. But because you're no longer on Earth, you're the alien this time, so the f***ing Writers Guild really popped off on this one. Aside from story, the weapons actually interact with the environment. Take notes, Breachers. No clip shouldn't be a thing in this game. But the story doesn't stop there. But before we continue, let me show you these super cool and epic merch designs. We got shirts, hoodies, it's clothes. You like clothes, right? I particularly like these merch designs, but that's just me. Check out the link below.
A business big enough that it could be listed on the NASDAQ.
So like I said, you know, 2 fucking seconds ago, I've been seeing Vertigo compared to both Alyx and Boneworks. So obviously, let's pit this one-person team-developed game against a multi-billion-dollar company like Valve. Surely nothing can go wrong. It's just a small little comparison. We got Zachary Toilet Paper Brown in one corner and Gabe can't count to 3 Newell in the other. Like with any VR game, you'll likely have some sort of weaponry. This could be a simple sword and shield, or the United States Second Amendment written in 1776. Oh, you're an American? Name every song by George Washington. Because you're on an alien planet, Vertigo can go a little off the rails in terms of weapon designs, which definitely isn't a bad thing. It's nice to have weapons that aren't trying to be super realistic, one-of-one recreations of whatever the f Russell can put together in his spare time.
Need a gun! Don't worry, it's unloaded.
It's really up to personal preference on realistic or non-realistic weapon types. I'm just really enjoying these weapons in Vertigo. Again, because Vertigo takes place on an alien planet, enemies can be a little loosey-goosey compared to your standard enemies. Sure, Alyx and Boneworks have their fair share of unique enemies, but none of them have a double caked up cubed face that deals damage by rolling into you. This f***ing ugly motherfucker's ugly as shit, my boy. Get it out. First, we have the standard enemies like robots and you know, smaller robots, but at least we don't have the f***ing cease and desist just brewing at any moment. Again, no spoilers, but at least compared compared to Boneworks or Bone Lab, Vertigo clears both of these easily. It's understandable, it's enjoyable, it's not as short as my dick. It's actually really fun to play through. Now compared to Alyx, yeah, it's not a well-known franchise like Half-Life is, but it still holds its own as something totally unique. Overall, I do see the similarities between Vertigo and other games, but it clearly holds its own as a VR game.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no.
So if you're still looking for that Boneworks 2 style of gameplay since the Bone Lab release, Vertigo Remastered, and just assuming I haven't played it, Vertigo 2 will definitely be something to check out. It's definitely one of the most underrated VR games to come out over the last few years, and I would highly recommend checking it out if you can. Thank you to our mega rich patrons Rizzler, Y Chris, Benjamin, Vexy, Denasi, and Only Mints. And of course, thank you to our budget friendly patrons as well. Oh, okay, with Vertigo 1, Vertigo 2 being solid VR games, maybe if we can get Fortnite in VR, not Population 1, no. Fortnite in VR, we'll have all the Infinity Stones of VR games. It's almost complete.